The new McDonald's McCrispy sandwich is here and is promised to be the crunchiest chicken sandwich that McDonald's has ever had. I'm going to be putting that to the test against the McChicken and Junior Chicken to find out which one of these truly is the baddest mother clucker. Hello, food freaks, and welcome to That's Rank. The chicken sandwich wars continue to rage on, and McDonald's Canada is trying to keep pace with their latest offering, the McCrispy. Now, at a glance, it sounds a lot like their crispy chicken sandwich is available on the stateside, although this one has a few different toppings. In the USA, the crispy chicken is competing with Chick-fil-A, and they top it with just pickles on a buttered bun. Whereas up here, they run it with the same mayo and lettuce as all their other sandwiches. Still, McDonald's is making some pretty bold claims with this sandwich because they are claiming that this is their crispiest sandwich that they've ever had, and I'm going to be testing that theory out today. Now, to do so, I picked up both their Junior Chicken and their regular McChicken sandwiches because I'm going to be conducting a sound test by running a plastic knife across the breading and then seeing what kind of sounds that it makes. And then, of course, we'll give it the old mouth test to see how crispy it feels when I take a bite, as well as the juiciness of the chicken. Now, I ordered all these sandwiches without mayo because we've got to have the chicken as it is in order to get a true sound test, and more importantly, I frickin' hate mayonnaise. Y'all know the score on that front by now. Now, we're gonna start with the sound test of each of these. So, as mentioned, I'm gonna be running a plastic fork across each of the chicken and seeing what kind of sound it emits. It's a little bit moist, but it does have some degree of crispiness on this one. You can feel, though, that it's got some naturally spongy bounce to it. It's not as crispy as you'd ideally like in a crispy chicken sandwich. Same as the first one, this one has a lot of the same general sponginess to it. It does emit a little bit of a sound, but I think it's very similar in texture to the Junior Chicken sandwich. I admit, I'm not noticing a huge difference from sandwich to sandwich. I raced home to get these here as quickly as I possibly could. They have not been steaming for a long period of time. It's really been about 4 minutes since I got these delivered to me in my car. So it's possible these were sitting around for a while, but as it stands, I'm not hearing a world of difference in terms of crispiness from their McCrispy sandwich. Now, given that we've solved absolutely nothing, I guess it's time to move on to the taste test portion of it, and we're gonna start with the Junior Chicken sandwich today. Now, full disclosure on this one, this is the sandwich that I'm most familiar with. I love the Chicken McMuffin sandwich that they have in the mornings. It's the exact same piece of chicken that goes into the Junior Chicken sandwich. All right, there is a close-up of the chicken. It feels like real chicken breast, but it doesn't look to me like real chicken breast up close. You can see that it is shredding just a little bit in the middle, like not in a very natural way. So this has probably been separated and reconstituted with some degree of moisture, but that's to be expected from a fast food restaurant. You know what I really like about the Junior Chicken? Take a look at that. It's got lots of good seasoning. You can see the black pepper flakes in the sandwich. And depending on your appetite, the value here is really, really hard to beat. It's $2.99, which if you were to pair with a $1 drink, you know, you're set for $4. I know that not everybody in the world eats as little as I do. You may need something a little bit more substantial, but if one sandwich does you over, this is pretty good stuff. Is it crunchy? I mean, it's got a little bit of crunch, but it's not especially crunchy. It definitely has a lot of lettuce though. I mean, take a look at that, guys. Calm down. Nobody needs this much lettuce on a sandwich. It's just a sandwich. It's not your salad shakers. Y'all are a bit ridiculous with your lettuce. And they did it to all the sandwiches too. Look at, okay, that one's not bad. Guys, I know I need to eat more veggies, but this ain't the way to get me to do it. I'd go ahead and rate this sandwich a B tier because for me, it's really tasty. It's probably not my first option on the McDonald's menu. I would usually defer to one of their burgers, but this hits the spot. It's cheap. There's nothing to hate here. All right, really good start. So let us move on to the McChicken. Now, my guess on this is that the chicken and the breading are probably the exact same thing as the Junior Chicken, but I can't say that for sure because I don't remember the last time that I ordered a McChicken, to be completely honest with you. But that feels like it makes sense to me, like Junior Chicken be the smaller version of the same thing, right? Yeah, in terms of the chicken patty, it looks roughly like the same thing, although I'm not noticing any black pepper flakes in this one, so maybe it tastes a little bit different. We'll see. No, it's not the same thing. Different chicken. I suspect there's some dark meat in this because it does have a different flavor to it. And I like dark meat, but this one tastes a little bit funny to me. It's an extra 100 calories. It costs $2 more than what we paid for the last one. If your appetite needs a little bit more, maybe this is the sandwich for you, but I don't know, it tastes a little bit off. It's every bit as crispy as the last one, and we know where the bar is set as far as that's concerned. It's not a real tasty chicken sandwich though, and I'm surprised by that because it's been a staple on the menu for decades. It's fine, but the thing is though, other restaurants have been raising their chicken game with their sandwiches over the past couple of years, so for me, this is a D-tier sandwich, and in a world of S-tier sandwiches, that's simply not gonna do. Super let down by the chicken in that sandwich. All right, that brings us to the reason that we are all here today, the McCrispy sandwich. They do have a deluxe version of the sandwich as well that comes with bacon and tomato, but I didn't bother with that because we know what bacon and tomato taste like, and the star of the show is supposed to be this crispy chicken sandwich. So here it is in all of its naked glory, lying in a bed of lettuce apparently. All right guys, take a look at that. Does that look real to you? Because to me it doesn't. The chicken looks almost shredded, like it came out of a can of canned chicken. Like it's been reconstructed very well so that it kind of looks like a chicken breast. I guess if you were just looking at the sandwich the way you're supposed to without cutting it down the middle, you're not supposed to see that, but that throws me off a little bit, like almost like it's like a canned tuna fish type thing. That scares me a little bit. Oh, it is dripping though. Take a look at this. Can you see that? Like look at the juice coming out of this thing. From a juicy perspective, you know, they ain't kidding with this thing. Definitely crunchier than the other ones. Like, they've nailed this one from a texture end of things. It's not everything that they're claiming, but it is way crunchier than these other sandwiches, so it probably is the crunchiest sandwich that they've ever had. At least the crunchiest chicken sandwich they've ever had. I think the filet of fish is probably crunchier. But it's the juiciness that's blowing me away in this thing. This bird, look, they pumped it full of all sorts of stuff. This is one seriously dripping bird. Now, I like this a lot. The flavor is super good in this. The only change that I would make in the future if I were to order it again is I would get a Chick-fil-A style. I would add a couple of pickles to it and toss the salad. Still, really, really good. This is an A-level chicken burger, at least for my money. I wouldn't put it in the S tier with a lot of the really good ones that are out there right now, like the Popeyes one or the KFC one. Haven't tried the Harvey's one yet, but it looks pretty good. But this is an A level. You're not going wrong by ordering this. I'm happy. So, if you've had this, what are your thoughts on the McCrispy? Hit me up in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe because we love talking about food around here, which we'll probably do again soon. I promise.